video is an overview of Opportunity, Southwest Parke's badge and PGP certificate program for differentiated EdTech PD. Returning staff should watch this video for some reminders and a few important changes, but it will also introduce our new staff to the system and maybe even be helpful for someone outside of our district. The idea behind Opportunity is to get away from a one-size-fits-all PD model in favor of giving you the opportunity to learn exactly what you need to learn at your own pace. So the first thing you need to know is how to get to the available courses. They are found at awakenlearning.net/PD, which is a page you might want to bookmark for quick reference. You can also get there from our Symbaloo. Once you're on the site, you'll find a number of courses listed by relative size. Page will load here. Here we go. Venti courses are the most involved and time-consuming. Grande courses are kind of in the middle, and your tall courses are going to be your simplest. I'm going to go into the Google Docs course just to give you an idea of the general structure of the courses. The beginning section here is intended to help you figure out if this is really something that you want to learn about and that you are going to be able to use professionally. So it's going to give you a description of what the resource is, a list of ways that it could be used to transform your classroom, and some quotes from other educators who have used the resource before. Then we'll get into the real self-paced training. There'll be a series of things here for you to read and watch. You'll want to make sure you check out each of those. And then we want you to absolutely get your hands dirty and really start using it. So there's a Learn by Doing section and a list of things that you can try to implement the resource with. When you have done all of those things, you're ready to earn your badge and PGP certificate, which will be done by completing this short form. In that form, you'll have to do a little reflection on how the tool has been for you, how you might use it in the future, how you've already used it. You'll need to answer all those questions. Once you've done that, you'll receive a digital badge, a physical button, a physical badge to hang on your banner in your classroom, and also a PGP certificate based on the approximate amount of time it took you to complete the course. The number of hours that's listed here can be relative depending on your own pace. Down below there are some additional resources. There's some really good content usually in this, but usually this kind of gets into some above and beyond things, or just maybe is a little repetitive from what's already been in the course, but sometimes it's good to hear it from a different perspective. So those are the basic elements of an individual course. Now let's talk about a few details. First of all, this is not a competition, but you should try to get more badges than anyone else. No, I'm just kidding. You really do need to do what's best for you at your own pace. So for some of you, that may mean that you get one badge over the course of a semester. For others, you may get dozens of badges. You may have them all by the end of a particular year. I may have trouble keeping up with you. The other thing I want to talk about is that you may already have learned a tool on your own, and you may know a lot about it. You may have been using it, and so you may be able to go to a course and kind of just skip right to the completion form to earn your badge, and that's fine. I want to encourage that, but please don't assume that you already know everything. You might want to take a quick look at the content that's in the course. There may be something that you haven't stumbled across on your own that could change your life, so take a brief look even if you think you know that tool pretty well. The next very important thing is that you must implement the resource in order to earn a badge and a certificate. This is really important. We don't want to give out badges and certificates just for reading and watching content on a resource. We want you to actually use it in some way, whether that's with your students in your classroom, or maybe it's professionally with your colleagues to create a spreadsheet where you're tracking data, or a document where you're recording meeting notes. Those kind of things are all really good, but you must implement the tool in some way. The last thing on this list is you'll notice that status updates is there but crossed out. In the past, we have asked teachers to complete a short form at the end of each work time that they've been given for opportunity courses. And this was to help us be able to best support you and kind of know who was doing what, and just be able to see where we are in this process. However, for several reasons, we're going to discontinue that. We're not going to make you fill out that status update at the end of each work time. The administrators and I might pop in and see if there's any way we can support you. If we haven't heard anything from you in a while, we might just check on if there's anything that you need from us. So we're going to eliminate that step. Okay, let's talk about some tips and tricks that can help you do these courses and have them be effective for you. The most important one on this list, I think, is the pause button. The videos are all fairly short, but it can still be a lot of content in a short amount of time. And unless you're already pretty familiar with the tool or a quick learner, it's probably going to be great if you just hear something, press pause, and then go explore it. Go check it out, go try it, go play around with it. And then when you're ready, come back and hit play again and listen to the next thing. You can also rewind. This is really the beauty of this kind of learning, as opposed to a live lesson where it just marches on whether you're ready for it to or not. You have control over the pace of this lesson, and you can hear things as many times as you want and take it nice and slow. When you do go to try new things, make sure you open them up in a new tab. Open up a new tab to try things out. If you just go up to the top and type in an address, you're going to navigate away from your course, and then you're going to have to use your back button or try and navigate back to it. So make sure you just open a new tab, and then you can go back and forth and try things and learn things as you go. Another great tip is to use headphones. I can't tell you how much this actually helps. It helps you to just hear the video better, for one thing. It blocks out background noise, and it just overall really helps you to focus on what you're learning. And then the last thing here is that these courses are always available 24/7. So you can refer back to them as necessary anytime. Maybe you learn a new tool and you use it for a while, and then it's, the summer happens and you don't use it over the summer, and then you need kind of a refresher when the new school year starts. These courses are always available for you to go back to at any point in time. In each building, you will be given some time that's dedicated for opportunity for you to work on these courses. At the elementary buildings, we've dedicated the first PD session that I'm in your building for opportunity time. And during that time, I will be in a support room for you. If you want to come and work in there, that would be great. Make sure you bring headphones. Or if you just need to pop in and ask a question when you come to those questions, that's fine too. There may be some additional times that are announced throughout the calendar year that I may or may not be present, but you know that you'll at least have that one time per month. At Riverton Park, the schedule is not quite as rigid, so please make sure you see the calendar to see when your opportunity times are. If those fall on a Thursday when I'm in the building, I will be available in the library to support you. Last thing I want to talk about here is Genius Hour. I am so thrilled that we have this opportunity to give you a flexible option for your PD. Genius Hour is a time for you to just really innovate. That wonderful thing you learned at a conference over the summer that you want to dig into and plan and prepare to use in your classroom, this is time for you to do that. Time is the number one thing that teachers are lacking. So we've developed this Genius Hour option. So in lieu of going through one of those other courses I've created, you may choose to do Genius Hour and work on something that is very specific to you, that you're passionate about, that you really want to have some time to work with. I do want to be very clear that Genius Hour is not for normal teacher tasks like grading and making copies and things like that. We understand that you don't have enough time to do those things either, but that's not what Genius Hour is for. If you are going to do Genius Hour, you need to make sure that you're following the few simple guidelines that we've laid out in the Genius Teacher course. So that's listed along with all the other courses. You'll want to just click on that and follow the very simple guidelines that are listed there. One of those, the most important one to start with, is the project sign-up form, so that myself and the administrators know that you are working on a Genius Hour project. And then when you have done some level of implementation and you maybe not 100% complete, but you've gotten something accomplished, then you'll want to do the project completion form so that we know that and that we can give you an opportunity to share that back with the rest of the staff. So that's a basic overview of Opportunity. I hope you will take advantage of this and that it'll be very beneficial to you. Please let me know how I can support you in your move forward with the use of ed tech. And if there are any courses that you'd like to see added to the options, please send those my way as well.